So here, day before the event, which is tomorrow, hence the day before, here with Ryan. Where have you just flown in from?
Newport Beach, California. It's like an hour south of LA.
30-second synopsis for who you are, if anyone doesn't know who you are.
I own an online fitness app called Chalk Performance Training. We have 43,000 members online. I also have a little bit more exclusive concierge one-on-one coaching side of things. I have an actual brick and mortar gym in California, and I think that's
Competed at CrossFit high level.
Competed at CrossFit for a high level for like 10 years. I was one of the best athletes in the world. Before that, I did the Olympic team for a sport called skeleton and bobsled, which is like head first on the track. And yeah, all things fitness.
And if you haven't already, make sure you go and check out the podcast me and Ryan did in your house in California as well, because it's very good.
Yeah, it is a good podcast.
Yeah, sick.
Are you good at snowboarding?
I ski, but I'm sick.
Okay, yeah. Then you're good.
I'm good.
Then you're solid.
I'm going to be in the US from the start of February till mid-March.
Oh, let's go in February.
Yeah, I've got an event going to Fun Hack Alive in Vegas to get an award.
Okay.
And then Charlie's doing the High Rocks thing. I'm not doing the High Rocks thing.
See, I would love to do High Rocks, but I can't because
yeah, bro, I can't. I fucking start training and my knee's fucked already. So it's like, I think your body just gets used to certain shit after a while. I can't do it.
So I did the heliboarding, and I just hit this little fucking bump. And dude, I'm telling you, I rolled like 50 times. I was like, I'm dying for sure. and then I eventually got a concussion. I just whacked my head and just stopped flat, went out cold for like a few minutes, and then my knee was just completely destroyed. So I came home and
if you're heliboarding, you still have to get to the bottom of the mountain still with the fucking.
You still have to get to the bottom of the mountain, yeah. And when you fall, it's actually shitty because you get stuck in a lot of snow.
It's so deep and it's tired to get out of that. Yeah, been through that fucking world of shit.
But if you're gonna do it, Alaska's the place.
Let's go.
95 is, I could probably go, this is probably pretty close.
Oh, good, let's go. 5, nice. 6, easy, in here. Let's go. Yup. Nice. Okay. Like, get used to it.
Yeah. Like for some reason, I don't ever feel short, ever. I actually have this hilarious story of when I was in college. Somebody asked me like, hey, is it weird that like all of your girlfriends are taller than you? And I was like, what do you mean? And my buddy was like, well, because you're short. And I was like, you think so? And he's like, yeah, dude, you're fucking short. And I remember just being like, hold on a second. And I called my mom and I was like, Mom, am I short? And she's like, yeah, the whole family's short. And I remember being like, fuck, I'm actually short. I had no idea. Like my girlfriend at the time was like 5'11", and I'm 5'5".
You're not allowed to wear heels.
Dude, I started going through like all my photos on Facebook and shit, and I was like, fuck, everyone's like way taller than me. I literally had no idea.
He's got a complex now.
So when it comes to like weight, like Charlie just asked me how much do you weigh, and I was like, oh, like 82 kilos. And he's like, fuck, it's a lot. And like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but he weighs like 100 or like 110 or whatever.
I didn't actually think it was a lot. I thought it wasn't a lot compared to like a power to weight ratio.
But like most people, I'm always like comparing myself to them. I'm like, well, yeah, they're like 6 inches taller than me. Of course they weigh like.
You right for a squat one?
Did you see the one? Have you seen that video that's going viral? It's like, if you're a lesbian, like these are your macros. Have you heard this?
No.
You saw that? A lot of people are doing like reaction videos to it. They're like, if you're a lesbian, this video is for you. So there's very specific macros for different kinds of people. And if you're a lesbian, these are the macros for you.
I'm trying to think of what else you could do like that. It's really polarizing now. It's also not going to get you banned from social media for life.
Dude, I thought that was the most outrageous thing I've ever seen.
Let's go, big set. 2, strong. 3, yes, and again. 4. 5, let's go. Yep. And again. Up. Nice, let's go. Up. Nice.
Yeah, so right now I actually have a very interesting kind of content. You probably noticed I do like a lot of writing, just because I feel like, in my opinion, there's nobody like smart in the industry anymore. I'm very good at writing, so I was like, well, if I'll just write some stuff, and I think that it will come across as more authentic. Dude, some of my little writing things are like 20, 30, 40,000 likes on them, on just like little, and I got the inspiration, I got it from Dan Coe.
Okay.
Have you seen some of his stuff? So I'll write some shit kind of like him, but like towards fitness. Like I wrote one the other day, it was like, if you eat good, 4 days on, 3 days off, it's like 19 days on, 12 days off for the month, and then it's like 209 days on and like 150 something days off during the year. So it's like over almost 50% of the year you're going backwards in your progress just by taking 3 days off. And like I wrote it out and it went fucking crazy. But like if I was to say that, I lose your attention.
Just too long to explain.
Just too long to explain. So like if you have to have like real value, it's like hard to get people's attention long enough to give them the actual value.
Ideally, I'd like to get back down to like 98, because I think just like I'd feel way lighter, just quicker generally. I just move better.
You'll live longer.
Yeah, 100%. It's also something I like.
I had like a scientist guy on my podcast one time, and I was like trying to ask him about like, he used to make the steroids for like the German and like Russian and shit, like Olympic teams and stuff back in the day, and he talks about it now. It's pretty crazy. It's actually, his name is Trevor. It's Alex Hormozi's like really good.
Yeah, I think I've heard
Alex talks about him. So he did this analogy for me where he was like, if you were to take drugs and you are like a 3-bedroom house with a stove in the house, and that stove or fireplace heats up the house, and you decide to now become a 5-bedroom house, the fireplace has to work extra hard. So it's not necessarily the drugs that are making you live less, it's the size of the house, so your body weight. And I was like, oh, that's a fucking really good analogy. Because I was asking him, I was like, should I do TRT? Like, should I, I want to do it, but I don't want to live less. And he's like, do it, but just don't get super jacked, because the bigger you are, it's the same as being fat, basically. Just like, it's a lot of extra stress on your body. And I thought that was just a great analogy.
In my head, I think the cutoff people is 100 kilos. If you're like 220, 225, once you go above that, I think there's...
Well, you see Chris Bumstead, he actually has been coming out here and going to that guy, Dr. I think it's Khan or whatever, who does like he does all the stem cells and shit to try to extend his life expectancy, because he knows his life's not going to be long. And he actually talks about it, which I think is cool.
Are you free tonight? Are you free tonight? We've got a dinner at like 7 o'clock with some of like the bigger clients I have tonight. I added a space on the table for you as well.
Okay.
It's literally like the bottom of my building.
I'm just going to study all day today for my talk, pretty much for the most part.
I should probably do that as well, to be fair.
Other than that, I'm good. I'm debating on making a PowerPoint. Like, first I wasn't going to make one.
It's easier because then it can give you a prompt to go through. So I use Canva to make mine. I can even send you mine if you want. You just duplicate it and make a template from it.
So if I make it, because I've never done a presentation with slides, so like, if I did, just take it, do I just send it to your email?
I will send you Aiden's number and just WhatsApp it to him.
Okay.
I'll send you, remind me after this, I'll send you the link to mine on Canva and you can just duplicate it. Have you used Canva before?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
That's the best thing for presentations. Why do poorer people in America not like Donald Trump? Is it just the media narrative?
Honestly, it's kind of like what the Democratic stance stands for. Like they're very pro certain things that Trump's not pro for. So I don't think it's as much of the money thing as much as it's like a personal thing. Like abortion, like sexual like preferences, different things like that. It's like that's like where like the real
super liberal
kind of like aggressive stance comes from, I guess.
So if you want to identify as a cat, you're not going to like Donald Trump.
Tough, yeah, like Trump's not going to allow that.
Fuck, I can't move to America now. My plan's ruined.
Dude, it's very strange.
Why do you think Trump ended up winning the election though? Because that was like, a lot of people didn't think that was going to happen. It was probably just the mainstream media like.
Honestly, I think Elon had a huge influence there. And I think they had a little caveat together.
Have you seen Elon's now in charge of Dodge? The department of like basically don't be a degenerate, waste government money.
Yeah. But then on top of that, his stock going mental the next day was... I mean, dude, if Elon decided to just like take a picture of his foot right now, he would get 100 million views on X. So his influence is just absolutely obscene.
Well, you're the richest man in the world. You own a whole social media platform. You own 2 of the biggest companies in the world.
Yeah. So it is pretty crazy. Fuck to Dubai.
Really?
Yeah. Like for good.
Good for me.
Yeah.
That'd be something to weasel into. That'd be fucking baller. I'm still glad Trump won because
they were like seriously like they're like we have to.
They literally would have left America.
Yep. Because it was that bad.
So I want to make sure you look jacked for your talk tomorrow. Your rear delts get bigger. You look bigger on stage.
Oh wait, what'd you just do? Triceps?
Yeah, it's press down. It's not massively heavy. Athlete's mindset to business or something? I don't know.
No business.
No, but like how people can use like elite level athlete to like cheat mindset to achieve shit in life. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Something along that type of.
And then put my life story into it a little bit, which helps a lot.
Yeah. Firstly, your values of like what's important to you, who your ICA is in terms of what you want to speak to, who the avatar is, what do you do in your business, how does that solve their problems, blah, 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 blah.
So it helps you outline it really solid.
There's the type of things that I'd cut corners with myself, be like, well, I'll just call it this and I'll just start making it. That's like...
I mean, dude, I've started like writing one a little bit with chat.
Yeah.
Because I have this one thread, it's like everything I've ever thought of. It knows my voice so strong. And it made the intro and the first 2 chapters savage. And I was like, this is exactly how I would write it, to be fair.
I'll send you the intro I wrote to mine and see what you think. Yeah, last one.
And I used to always wonder about that when I was younger. I'm like, why would you want to buy like a Gucci shirt that didn't say Gucci on it? Like the very like.
That's when you realise when people have money is they don't like.
They don't want anyone to know.
Branded, yeah. It's like fucking stealth mode.
That's the owner of the Bronco company that I have. They call it stealth wealth.
Because unless you know, like.
And when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Like a platinum Daytona, like you just know like the color of the face.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a steel watch.
Put up I've started to do workshops like he does, like every month. We put up a video 2 days ago, it's like 3 hours long. I'm like, no one's gonna watch this. It's like 2 of 10 on YouTube. Actually, this is the highest performing video of the last 10.
And the longer it goes, the more ads you get, the more revenue you get.
Yeah, the watch time's really high.
Yeah.
I was like, that's interesting.
Is it online?
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if it's in person.
No, it was in person.
Oh, it was in person, yeah.
But like, I even thought about I could probably build a facility here. It'd probably cost you $30,000 a year in rent, maybe. You have like a warehouse in Alcouz.
You don't even really need it though. You could probably just rent one of these places for a day. I mean, not rent it out, but like go during a slow time, and you could probably use one of the Shake's fucking private gyms and do it in there for a day or something.
I try not to overcomplicate myself with too much shit at the moment. I'm like, it's so easy.
I would love to do that back home and just have like a day event that's like $2,000 and get 100 people to show up and make $200,000.
If we could do a joint one I'm going to be in Vegas next year.
I'll bring down, like, my media guys said they would all come down and speak, and then they can upsell their shit. I'll have nothing to upsell. You'll have a back-end offer, I won't. But everybody trusts me in America, as they should. Like, I'm a good person, but like, it'd just be cool to do, because I've had 2 guys fly down from like other areas of America, and they'll be like, hey, I want to just like pick your brain. I'm like, you can pick my brain if you give me like $10,000. And then they'll fly out for like a day, and or like a weekend, and they'll hang out with me for the weekend, and I'll be like, hey, you just come to the gym with me, we'll talk, and then we'll go to my house, I'll write some stuff on the board, and they're like, dude, this is sick. And I've made like $30,000 doing that. Like 3 different people have done that.
And that's all profit as well, right? So it's like, that's in your pocket.
And I'm like, dude, it'd be sick to do like an event and just have people. Like, I know everybody. I could have Tanner Schister come down too. He's a good friend of mine. He's pretty good. Dude, he makes bank.
I hear some ropey reviews on his programs, but I think he's really good.
Or Zoe has it.
But I think the rest of his team maybe aren't as good.
His videos are so bad.
Oh, what, YouTube or Reels?
In his masterclass, he's got like his shirt off, he's like coughing, he's like sick and shit, and he's like, all right, so what you're gonna do? And like, me and Zoe were watching the videos, it's like when we were still dating, we were like dying laughing. I'm like, this guy charged $15,000 for this? It was $14,000.
Dumb?
Huh?
Dumb?
As soon as AI hit, at the time I was still really tight with Alex, and I was like, dude, I think the only thing you can do from here on out, because if AI is gonna take over, the only thing that you can do that's gonna be smart is community-based. Because that's where everybody's gonna they're gonna need a connection. And then that's when he came out with school. And then I was like, so he's keen on that. And then now I'm like, all right, well, I kind of called that one. I was like, I think he's calling this whole in-person thing, because now it's community on another level. It's like real connection. Like, think about how excited people get when they see you in person versus like you've been coaching online. It's like, whoa, this is crazy. So I think that's going to be the next thing, because AI is only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
Oh yeah, like fucking everyone else. I agree. That's why I'm going so heavy into like in-person stuff, community, because that's what people. Yeah, long-form content.
Long form's hard. It's hard. I mean, short form's harder, but long form is hard to like
get it to grow.
To get it to grow.
Persistence.
But I think
if you get it to bang, so I did a podcast with one of our clients, Josh. We've had so much traffic off the back of that, because he's like famous for coaches in the UK. So it's like if you get you do something like, this is going to be a home run before you even fucking post it, like. I need to get out more in the US as well, which is why I said to you about going back and forth from here to Miami. Because they're like, if you're a trainer who makes loads of money in the US, where do you probably want to move? I'm going to guess Miami, a lot of them.
For training?
For an online coach.
LA or Miami?
Yeah.
Actually, Texas is number one for fitness.
Houston?
Austin.
Austin?
100%. Did you see I was there recently for like 3 weeks? I was there for a while because I was looking to buy a house. I'm still about to buy, I might buy this one house.
Yeah, I'm done on that. Cool, so we just wrapped up training with Ryan at TKMA. Now have gone to get snacks. So one of the best things about Dubai is the ability to get super anabolic food that's healthy at mass convenience. So I'm fortunate to live next to the goat, which is Spinny. So I've got shredded chicken and couscous. It's so good they named it twice. And an avocado, and then ignore the energy drink. We are gonna go eat this, and then we're gonna go e-foiling with Ryan out. I have a controversial feeling he might be quite good at this, even though he's never done it before, because he snowboards. He was in like the Olympic bobsled team, and he was also in like the top in the world in CrossFit. I got connected with Ryan, I don't even know how, I think somehow through social media, and then I was in a restaurant in Newport Beach in a place called Bear Flag, which was like opposite his house, and then he came over, we connected, like nicest guy in the world. He literally took me on a whole tour of like Newport, Laguna Village, all that type of area. So really good solid art guy, has a killer business, like 40,000 clients on his fitness app. One of his best friends is Alex Ramosi. So we are also going to be later on today ripping a podcast, which will have a ton of value in it. I have done a podcast with Ryan before, which was in his house, but I have a feeling the sequel is going to be even better, unlike most of the movies. Okay, so we're currently on, you could call this a yacht, but I would call it maybe a... This is like a poor man's yacht. This is like a JVC fitness trainer yacht. I can't say it, it's my YouTube channel. And we're now going to go and do e-foiling. I actually just saw a fish as well. There is actually sufficiency here. From memory, I suck at this. I'm quite good at wakeboarding and wake skating. Ryan told me he's actually a professional at e-foiling. That he can do a backflip on an e-foil. So we're going to see him do that. And then, dude, look how many fish are here. Whoa.
What was that? What is that?
That'd be good for video. Yeah, so we're going to go here, we'll try and suck less, we'll try and get suntan, and we'll try not to break my knee, which is already broken.
The likelihood of you going in the water?
I would say 100%.
Yeah?
I've never done this before, contrary to what Charlie said. I do have low center of gravity, so being short's gonna win for me today.
How fast do they go?
Pretty quick. It's not going that fast, like you see they come out of the water.
How do I like turn hard and not fall? When I'm going, I want to go faster, but then it gets like unstable.
It's your balancer. You get to know, by time to time.
Okay.
Yeah. And
If I
don't
go
go very straight.
Is it
Stand up very straight.
is it easier if I go faster?
Don't go too fast, like the one you can control. When you feel it. Because
Okay.
when you go too fast, even the small waves like this, then you lose your balance, you fall down.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's why.
Looks so good. Dude, that looks so good.
I feel really tired, so this is probably going to wake me.
This is gonna wake me the
But
fuck
it's
up.
way harder. It's like it's not flat. I don't know how the hell you're standing with that one.
Well, yeah, we got the dude who's like CrossFit athlete, fucking Olympic bobsled dude, look.
I got up, I was fine.
She's an Olympic gymnast, and then there's Muggins here. who's fucking 103 kilos, who's rolling in. You get the board as well.
I'll tight it.
Come up here if you want to.
Yeah. There you go.
Go for the next level, shit.
Yeah, that was a good effort.
Hell yeah.
That was a good effort.
Nice, John.
Straight in the fucking balls, that was. I'm not that shit, I'm alright.
Nah, you're pretty good.
Yeah. Naturally athletic at random shit. I'm above average at a lot of things.
You feeling after your...
You can leave it there, shit.
Dehydrated? I'm not tired, I'm just hungry and dehydrated. The sea here is so salty, it's like...
Excuse me.
My left glute was starting to get a bit tired towards the end as well. So Ryan, you're supposed to use the ladder, dude. Ryan's like a child trying to climb up the side of the boat.
I was trying to make it easier for you.
Smashed it, dude.
What's the bar here?
It was fun. Oh, that was amazing.
Dude, it's because I saw you coming, I looked over and I lost balance because I turned around.
I was wondering why you fell. I was like, I fell because I was being a fucking idiot.
Well, yeah, I fell because I was laughing at you falling over. And then fell over because I wasn't paying attention.
I was surprised I got up on the first try.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, but so did you. You got it the first one, too.
I actually seen
first try too, right, Charlie?
Yeah, I actually think my hip mobility is way better than it was last time I did this. The weight's way
You got up first time, right?
Yeah, a bit smaller. Like first time I tried to do it, I was like biggest level, 109 kilos. I couldn't get my fucking like knee up. Yeah, it's not that bad.
How was your experience?
Interesting. I was alright when I went to the bit without the weights.
After a while, every time I'd fall, like my nose hurt from all the salt water.
But how salty is the sea? Though,
It's
right?
crazy salty.
Way more than like the Pacific.
Did you see the jellyfish?
Oh yeah.
Massive.
Bro, that's savage, right?
I was like,
did you see the crab?
No.
Dude, there's a massive crab floating.
I was like, I really hope I don't hit this fucking jellyfish.
Yeah, that's why I didn't fall
It was
in.
like
Dude, the salt water literally hurts your face. Like
my throat.
It's like an exfoliation.
my face hurts.
It's a salt bath.
My throat's done.
I also think like the last couple of years we've seen some really big shifts in just the value of money, and it's made things a lot more stressful. Like I think your magic number of 10 million was a big number that a lot of entrepreneurs wanted to hit. Like, man, if I had $10 million, I'd be making, at 10% a year, it's $1 million, like passive income. And then we had all this massive inflation, and I feel like 10 million's turned into like 20. And it just sucks because houses are twice the price. Traveling's twice the amount of money. Airbnbs are twice the amount of money. A Lamborghini used to be 300 grand. Now they're like, some of them are $700,000-$800,000. It's just gotten so insane, and it's kind of a bummer. But at the same time, the people who can do those things and can step up will always continue to step up. And then
I feel like a bit of me died in sight. I think the first time that happened to me because I was like, I'll give a really example. I think I've spoken about this before. I remember the first time I spent a bit of time with Wes Watson in Elevation Gym Miami. I'm like, I'm way smarter than this guy. He's making $3 million a month. I'm like, I was like, I think the whole day I was just perplexed. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, because he literally said to someone at the gym, like, there's no money in software. I'm like, all the billionaires that work from software. I'm like, but then I thought about it more. I was like, so why is he successful? A, he's very polarizing. Fair. B, he's a great communicator, like world class at public speaking, can really get a message across and hit emotions. So I was like, cool, maybe that's the skill I need to work on. So I say to anyone, when you have that moment, you meet someone who's like, holy shit, he's just a human being, maybe try and look in them what they have that maybe you don't have that you need to work on.
if you were to coach yourself stand in front of yourself and look at yourself, what would you tell yourself to do? That's a really big thing he always told me. Whenever you just don't know what to do, literally clone yourself, stare at yourself, become your own coach, and tell yourself, what would you do to fix the problem?
Took value from the podcast, make sure you like and follow, make sure you smash the like button, comment below any questions, and we'll see you next episode.
That was fire.
I was just mindful of time, so 4:25, so yeah.
There's gotta be like
There's fuck with clips now.
fuck ton clips. Yeah, strong.
I actually think loads of those could be segmented out into like clips of YouTube as well, like the steroids ones, stuff like Alex, a lot of them.
Yeah, and then you can take probably 5, 6 of those and turn them into mini podcasts.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Should we do a photo?
Yeah, man.
I work from like 3 a.m. till 7, and I just have the whole day to do cool shit. Play sports, work out.
Yeah,
like,
we do.
Do you know what I mean? That's the fucking.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like biohack my way to that. It's not really working.
Yeah, dude. I always try to get up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock if I can back home, and then I'm just like, it just sucks because you need to go to bed so early to really make it work. It's not bad. It's just hard to go to bed.
Yeah, I can get up at like 5. If I go to bed like 9:30. And then Dubai's a late city, so if I end up going to something like it's fine, and then I get invited to something, it doesn't start till 8. And then I'm like, well, I need to go, and I'm going home to 12:30, and then I'm going to be up at 5 and go home to 12:30.
Yeah, whenever I want to go to bed earlier, I put earplugs in and I wear an eye mask.
Oh, bro, I always wear my mask.
Yeah.
I always think that one. I think I'm like a secretly a bat. I have like
Yeah.
complete darkness.
Makes a big difference.
So one of the most beautiful things in Dubai is actually the sunset sunrise. It's very different here in the Middle East. And this has been a wonderful day. We've done some sick stuff. We went e-foiling, trained outside. All these beautiful things you could never do in the UK because it's miserable and it's raining. Not to rub that in for anyone who's there, but what I would say to people is that your thoughts become things, and I always wanted to live in a bright sunny country, and I have the ability now to do that. So you can create the life you want, and it's life by design. The choice is yours. If you took value from this video and enjoyed me hanging out with Ryan, make sure you check out the podcast. We'll put on the link on screen now, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to follow the channel. Comment below any questions on the day.